Welcome to day 29 of 30 days of sharing ideas and experiences from my book, Heal My Voice, An Evolutionary Woman's Journey. So today is the conclusion of the book, and I called it Legacy. So the question today is, what is your legacy? What is your legacy? You know, it's an interesting word, legacy, because many times you hear people talking about a legacy when someone is 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years old, you know, as if it's an old person's thing. But we look at it from that age because there's more to see in life. The truth is, we begin to carve our legacy from the minute we're born, from the choices and decisions that we make, from the clues of where our passions are and how we take action on those things or inaction. I've heard people who have children say, well, my children are my legacy. Yes, they are human beings that you have brought into the world and you have helped to mold and carve, but your children are going to make their own choices and decisions also in life. So I would say to look deeper than your children if you're a parent to, and some of the clues are for a legacy are things that you're interested in, topics that bring up emotion for you, whether it's passion or even anger, about something happening in the world, and then you take that anger into some action to make a difference. And I would say, how can you use your voice in the world now? What is it that you're passing on to make the world, the earth, a better place? How are you using your voice? Are you listening? Are you speaking? Are you witnessing others? Are you holding a space? So I'll read some of what I wrote in the legacy. The writing of this book is a completion of a cycle that started 10 years ago with the desire to write thoughts and feelings out loud. First in a series of blog posts, then stories and books. From the very beginning of Heal My Voice, I decided to write a personal story in each book. It was the process of healing my voice, and it was a way to stay connected to the process that the women were experiencing during the writing. In order to write this book now, I had to dive back into the Heal My Voice process. I reprocessed my individual stories and read emails and posts by women in each of the projects. As I finish writing, the question I am left with is, why do we value the voices of men over women? And why have women been wiped from the history? Reading the book Through the Flower by Judy Chicago points to her discovery that women have been present in history, but their voices have not been included in our educational systems, history books, art museums, and conversations. Their voices are there, we just have to look for them. I started Heal My Voice, a nonprofit organization for women, in 2010 because I wanted women to have a voice at the table in their homes, communities, businesses, and the world, and to walk side by side with men. I wanted it to be normal for a woman's perspective to be part of the decision making. I wanted women to be heard and seen and valued. I wanted women to feel safe and to have places to practice using their voices. I wanted women to learn how to be leaders of their lives and share the emotions they were feeling right now. I wanted women to be visible. I longed for a strong woman's voice when I was growing up and spent my childhood reaching out to women and pushing women away. Women had so many bottled up emotions from experiences of trauma, loss, grief, and abuse that sometimes it was like opening the pressure cooker too soon and getting burned. The mission of Heal My Voice is to empower women to heal, reclaim their inner authority, and step into greater leadership in their homes, communities, businesses, and the world. Our voices matter, and they are needed in the world. But first, we must heal and express our ideas and voices together. So I go on to talk about ways that I'm inspired by women and what I feel women want. So I'm going to ask the question again, what is your legacy? So look at the legacy you have been carving from the beginning of time. The thing that you were connected to with your heart, where you've placed your energy and poured it into the world. What causes have been important to you? How do you help your neighbors? These are all ways that you're leaving a legacy. And so it's never too late to actually dive deeper into it. I'm 62 years old, so this process for me began at the age of 52. And I've read many stories about women who went back to school at the age of 60 and then became leading experts in the next 20 years in particular topics that they were passionate about. So I encourage women and men to answer the question, what is your legacy? If you want to dive in deeper with this book, it's on Amazon in paperback and Kindle. And I will be back tomorrow for day 30 of 30 days of sharing ideas and experiences. Thanks for listening. Mwah.